Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Pennsylvania Association for College Admissions Counseling Virtual College Fair, and thank you for joining us. A few housekeeping announcements before we get started. You can use the Q&A feature at any time to communicate with our presenters. Your camera and microphone are both off, so our panelists cannot see nor hear you. This is one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to sign up for more. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available in about a week at stripescan.com/Pennsylvania. Now, with that being said, I'd love to turn it over to our first presenter. So if our presenter from Moravian College can please join us.
How you doing? I'm going to share my screen now. All right, so my name is Tim Waite. I'm Assistant Director of Admission at Moravian College. Thank you everyone for joining us this evening. Moravian College, we like to start with the headline grabber that we are the 6th oldest college in the country, being founded in 1742. When you're that old, there are a lot of firsts that come along with things, one of which for us was we were the first school in the country to formally educate women. And we've carried that tradition on. We actually became the first school in our region of Pennsylvania, which I will get to in just a moment, to become co-educational, so men and women at the same school, and using the same facilities and things like that. So we've always been a pioneering group. We are located in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania. That is in the Lehigh Valley region of the state, which is the 3rd largest metropolitan area in Pennsylvania, behind Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. We have 2 campuses, both located in Bethlehem. They are about 3/4 of a mile apart. Our North Campus houses most of our housing, as well as a number of academic facilities and all of our athletic facilities. And then our South Campus houses all of our arts and music programs. And there is some housing options down on South Campus as well. Our location in Eastern Pennsylvania gives us great access to both New York City and Philadelphia in particular, which is great for trips into the cities for fun, but also more importantly, we have large alumni bases in both of those metropolitan areas. So great networking opportunities and postgraduate or internship opportunities while you're still an undergrad. Some quick facts just about the school. We are your typical small school setting with just under 2,000 students. We have over 55 academic majors and programs. Some of the more popular programs we have include our health sciences and nursing program. Education, we are a big teaching school. And then, like I mentioned, with that South Campus, our arts and music programs are also very popular. But we do have over 55, so I've just named a couple. There's plenty of other options if those 3 don't necessarily appeal to you. We have a Division III athletics program with 22 varsity sports. We have all of the kind of mainstream sports you would think of, including football, baseball, basketball, softball, volleyball, track and field, etc. Being at a small school, we have all those stats that schools like to brag about with our student to faculty ratio of just 11:1, and your average class size is just 17. And by the time you're a junior or senior, it's not uncommon to be in classes that are in the single digits. So I like to joke that it's pretty much impossible to be anonymous at Moravian College. We are an Apple Distinguished School. So what that means for our students is when they show up in the fall for their freshman year, they are given a MacBook Pro, iPad, and Apple Pen, which is then theirs to keep through all 4 years and after graduation. Our faculty uses the same technology, so this puts everyone on an equal footing, and has been really important over the last year with everything going on with the move to virtual. We are back in person now, but when we were virtual, this made everything a lot easier, having everyone with the same technology. Our students have all sorts of different opportunities on campus through our Career Center, through our Center for Civic Engagement to help with community service projects, study abroad opportunities, Being a small school with a mostly undergraduate population, our students have the opportunity to work with faculty on undergraduate research opportunities, as well as honors projects. And then our Career Center will set them up with internships, externships, and they have other workshops for resume building and things like that. Just some very quick facts about the admissions process before I finish up. We have two different ways that you can apply to Moravian, either through the common application or through our own application on our website. We have no preference which a student chooses. They are both perfectly fine with us. When you do apply, we do need obviously a high school transcript, a letter of recommendation, and if you want to submit SAT or ACT scores, you can, but we are test optional for everything except nursing. If you are interested in nursing, we do require a test score. And then last thing, our financial aid, all of our students who are accepted receive a academic merit scholarship. Those range from $18,000 per year as high as $28,000 per year. And then our financial aid office will use the FAFSA to see if students are eligible for any more grants or any other need-based financial aid. So that's all I have, and thank you so much for joining me this evening.
Thank you, Tim. Next up, we have Johnson & Wales University.
Hi, thanks for joining us tonight. We really appreciate your interest in our schools. Give me 1 minute just to pull up my screen here. Okay, so Johnson & Wales University. While we are very well known for our College of Food Innovation and Technology and offer majors such as culinary arts, baking and pastry, even culinary nutrition, sustainability, as well as food science and product development, what you might not know about Johnson & Wales is that we were actually founded over 100 years ago by two women as a business school. In 1914, women didn't even have the right to vote yet. So especially now in 2021, I think that's a pretty amazing part of our history that I still love to share with students today, especially for those of you joining us tonight where there may be women in the crowd who are looking to pursue careers in business. Johnson & Wales has two campus locations to offer you, Charlotte, North Carolina, as well as Providence, Rhode Island. Providence, Rhode Island is the campus we refer to as our flagship campus. It is the original. It's where Johnson & Wales was born. And Charlotte, North Carolina proudly refers to herself as the Queen City. So if you're in the Philadelphia area, you're pretty much equidistant between the two campuses, and you would only apply once to Johnson & Wales. If you changed your mind on the campus, you simply let us know and we transfer your file. No need to reapply. At Johnson & Wales, we believe in the value of hands-on education. So you're going to dig into your major day one freshman year, regardless of what that major is that you choose, because we truly believe that that's how students learn best. So you see that evidenced here in some of the different labs that we offer on campus. Pretty much every major has a lab component. So while we usually think of labs when we think of science-related majors, or perhaps the kitchen being a lab for a culinary or baking and pastry student, you can see here that many of these labs are associated with other majors outside of, the traditional ones that you might envision when we first mention labs. Our students are mentored by their professors who they will get to know very well. These are industry professionals. Many of them are still working in the industry as well as teaching at Johnson & Wales, and they bring all of that networking experience with them to the classroom. So again, a lot of really valuable mentoring going on. We offer over 80 majors, so there's something for everyone. We have 6 different colleges within the university. So we have a College of Food Innovation and Technology, which I mentioned a few minutes ago. The College of Business, of course, where we got our start. We also offer a College of Hospitality Management, a College of Engineering and Design, a College of Arts and Science, as well as a College of Health and Wellness, with multiple majors offered within each of those. So if you were considering pre-vet, for example, we do have equine-related programs, pre-med, pre-law, we do have all of those for you to consider as well. Internships are required your sophomore and senior year. However, study abroad is optional, highly encouraged, but again, optional. This being kind of a different year for all of us because of the impact of COVID, I'm happy to say we have been open this whole academic year. Most of our classes were held in person. On a few instances, they were offered hybrid. So, and our dorms have been open. In past years, you would have a roommate freshman year, maybe a triple or a quad, 3 or 4 of you in that room. This year, however, they were all singles. We are anticipating come this fall that we will be back to having conversations surrounding the roommates. So that's great news. Certainly you'll want to get involved during your time in college. We have over 150 clubs and organizations for you to become a part of. Some may be a continuation of your involvement in high school. Others, like Greek life, sororities, or fraternities, might be something new that you get excited about. And I encourage you to follow those on social media by going to our social hub. Feel free as I go through this to also snap some pics or screenshots of anything that's of interest to you on the screen. For residential life, I'll wrap it up this way. Yes to cars on campus all 4 years. Yes to offering pet-friendly dorm options. There are some restrictions on the type of pet you can bring, but we do have pet-friendly dorm rooms. And also yes to co-ed dorm rooms. And so again, options, but offerings that we offer to students. NSOs, if any of these logos look familiar to you, I'd also add ProStart to this, as well as a few others than the ones you see on the screen. If you're a participant in these through high school, know that there is a scholarship that will be awarded to you simply because of that participation, in addition to any other merit money you might be awarded. This is because these organizations continue on the collegiate level, but you would never jeopardize that scholarship, even if you chose not to continue during your time at Johnson & Wales. For the athletes among us tonight, these are the different sports that we offer. Beside each one, you will see the campus that offers that particular sport. So if you're a junior, it's time to start talking about recruitment. So you could simply start that conversation with our coaches by submitting what I call your athletic resume via the link that you see on the screen, and that will go directly to the coaches. In terms of applying, it is free to apply. You can apply directly through Common App or the JWU website. We do offer merit-based scholarships to students, and if you are being awarded one, it will be acknowledged in your acceptance letter, so that you'll get 2 pieces of great news all at the same time. Again, the NSO scholarships I mentioned, and so on. These are my gift to you tonight, some scholarship resources. Our campus is open. There are some COVID restrictions in place, but feel free, visit the website to check out our virtual as well as in-person options. And there's our contact if you would like to stay in touch after tonight. Text the word Wildcats to 75192 and you can share your info easily. And that's me, but I'll drop it in the chat. Good luck, everybody, and thanks again for joining us tonight.
Thank you, Val. Next, our panelist is going to be from Seton University.
Awesome, thank you. Good evening, everyone. My name is Ian Kroll. I'm one of our assistant directors of admissions here at Seton Hall. Let's get one up our slideshow now. All right, cool. So we are Seton Hall University. We are located in South Orange, New Jersey, which, as you can see here, great location. We're about 14 miles, a 30-minute train ride from Midtown Manhattan. The train from town takes you right into New York Penn Station, which is pretty awesome for our students. We're also a little over an hour from Philadelphia, hour to some great mountains if you want to get off campus and go for a nice hike, and about an hour to some great beaches along the Jersey Shore as well. So a really great location. And then again, from regardless of where you're from, I know most of you won't need the Newark airport, but if you do have to go for study abroad or something like that, we do have the Newark airport that is right here, or from out in Western Pennsylvania as well. So our average class size here at Seton Hall is about 21 students. We do try and, especially during your freshman year, make sure that some of those intro classes are smaller. So we do keep our freshman English class size to about 15 students to kind of balance out maybe some of the larger intro classes. We have a 14-to-1 student to faculty ratio, which really does allow for that close faculty mentorship. You really do get to know your professors. They take an interest in you. They're great resources both in your academic life as well as once you start applying for internships and jobs as well as you get towards graduation. We do have some graduate students as well, but minimal graduate assistance. So we have seven colleges within the university here at Seton Hall. So we have our College of Arts and Sciences, our School of Diplomacy and International Relations, our Stillman School of Business, our College of Nursing, College of Education and Human Services, College of Communication and the Arts, and our School of Theology. We are a Catholic university here at Seton Hall. Within these schools, I would say, Stillman School of Business is definitely one of our most popular schools on campus. But then we also have really strong our College of Nursing and our education programs as well. Those are also both direct admission programs. So, for the College of Nursing, if you apply, you're accepted, you're in for all 4 years. There's no reapplication after 2 years or something like that. We also have two great campuses off of our South Orange campus. We have our law school campus in downtown Newark, and then we have our School of Health and Medical Science campus, which is located in Nutley, New Jersey. So both of them are about within 10 miles of our main campus in South Orange. What's really great about these campuses as well is that they offer our students some really great opportunities to pursue some dual degree programs. So we have a couple of 3+3 law programs through our College of Arts and Science, through our School of Diplomacy and International Relations, and then through our Stillman School of Business. And then also at our Health and Medical Science campus, we have an accelerated athletic training program, doctorate in physical therapy program, physician assistant program, occupational therapy program, and a speech language pathology program. Our College of Nursing students also start going to that campus for their higher level nursing classes because it's a very new facility with beautiful labs there. Starting second semester of their sophomore year, which is also when they start their clinical rotations. So a lot of really great options and some great ways to accelerate, getting that advanced degree. Internships is something we take really seriously at Seton Hall. We have a great 12-member career service center that'll start working with you during your freshman year. They do a really good job of sourcing over 17,000 internships each year for our students to apply to. And 81% of our students have at least one or more internship. That has us ranked top 5 in the US for internship opportunities, leads to a 92% employment rate within 6 months of graduation. That's meaningful employment within the industry you want to be in, 50% higher than the national average for mid-career earnings. And then we also do a great job of bringing employers to campus to recruit our students. We have a couple big career fairs each year, which is really nice for our students to get their names, resume out there. And then our location as well plays a really great big factor in our students receiving internships. Being right outside New York City, it's easy for students to either get summer internships there, or even a lot of our upperclassmen will start either continuing a summer internship by going to New York maybe once a week or something like that on the train, or even finding a new internship as well to keep building their experience. So our location is definitely something that is a big benefit when it comes to this internship and career search as you make your way towards graduation. Student life, we have over 130 clubs and organizations. As you can see here, this is just a snippet of some of clubs we offer on campus, but it's pretty wide variety. We have Mock Trial, but also Harry Potter Club, and then Habitat for Humanity, dance team, all sorts of really good things. We also have 22 Greek organizations. We have nearly a dozen student-led theater performances on campus or at the South Orange Performing Arts Center in downtown South Orange. So a lot of great opportunities if that's something you're interested in pursuing. And then we also do our Student Activities Board does a great job of hosting events on campus for our students as well. Performers, comedians, barbecues, all sorts of fun festivals. So students can really get involved on campus. Affordability, we give out over $100 million in grants and scholarships each year, with 98% of our students receiving aid, and 98% of that coming directly from Seton Hall. And we do also use the FAFSA as well for need-based aid. And then finally, these are some important deadlines to keep in mind. So we have 2 early action deadlines of November 15th and December 15th, and then 2 regular decision deadlines of February 1st and March 1st. We are now SAT or ACT optional for pretty much all of our programs. But these are some great numbers to look at down there at the bottom to keep in mind. And us as counselors, we're here to help you walk you through that process of whether or not to submit your test scores. But awesome. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good rest of your night.
Thank you, Ian. Next up, we have Springfield College.
Hi, everyone. My name is Georgie Mavro-Georges, and I am with Springfield College. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen now. All righty. So a little bit about Springfield College. We're about 135 years old. Springfield College actually originated as a YMCA school, and we still have close ties to the YMCA today. We still have a YMCA office on campus, and we actually have a minor for YMCA for our students to participate in here at Springfield College as well. Our mission statement at Springfield College is actually to educate students in spirit, mind, and body for leadership and service to others. So the cool thing is if you ask any of our students on campus what our humanics philosophy is, they'll all be able to tell you and recite it back to you. At a lot of universities, if you ask a student what their mission statement is, they won't be able to tell you it. But our students all live, eat, and breathe our humanics philosophy. We really believe in educating our students holistically here at Springfield College. So we want our students to be well-rounded when they leave Springfield College. This is a snapshot of campus. So this is Lake Massasoit in the right-hand corner. And then along the lake is majority of our residence halls. You can walk from the residence halls to most of the academic buildings under 10 minutes. It's one unified campus, so a main road does not divide the campus. You can live on campus for all 4 years, so you have guaranteed housing for all 4 years as well. We have two different dining facilities. So one is an all-you-can-eat facility, and then the other is like a food court type of facility. We also have East Campus. You can see it. It's on the other side of Lake Massasoit, but it's 55 acres of forest land. So we have low ropes courses, high ropes courses. We have hiking trails, which turn into cross-country skiing trails in the winter. We have equipment rental there, so you can rent paddle boards, kayaks, take them out on the lake in the summer months. There's an outdoor yoga studio. So lots of fun outdoors things to do just right across from campus. This is just some outdoor programming and students playing along on the quad area. So we're still doing programming in person, even during COVID. We're just taking some extra precautions and limiting the amount of students participating at one time. We are still, even now we're doing programming. So on Saturdays, we're doing food trucks for our students. Right now we have like a beach set up for our students in the quad area where that paint program is, the photo is taken. So we have sand, it's a volleyball court. We have beach chairs set up. We also have like these outdoor set up for students to eat lunch in. So it's a very lively campus right now. We have about 4,000 students, about 2,200 of those students are undergraduate students. 98% of our students are either in graduate school or they have been employed after graduating. We have 40+ degree programs here at Springfield College. Our student to faculty ratio is 12:1. Our class sizes are about 20 students per class. We have the ability for our students to study abroad as well. And we also have an honors program at Springfield College. When we're reviewing applications, we'll send some applications on for review for the honors program, and we review applications holistically. So we're not just looking at your grades when we're reviewing applications. So we have like what we like to call a 3-tier system to athletics. So we are Division III athletics, but we're in the top 5% of D3 athletics. We also have intramural sports and club sports. Our application requirement, we do have a $50 application fee. It is pretty easy to apply to Springfield College. You can apply through the common application. You'll pick one of the essays through the common application. Your high school transcript is required, but your guidance counselor would typically send that on to us. SAT and ACT scores are waived for fall of 2021. And we do have some good news. Most of our SAT and ACT scores are being going away for the future for most of our programs as well. So that'll be coming down the pipeline for the future. One academic reference is also necessary, and then a personal interview is completely optional. 100% of our students end up getting some sort of financial aid. So every student gets a merit-based award. So that's based off of your grade point average. And then need-based aid is based off the FAFSA. Our tuition, room, and board fees end up being just shy of $54,000, but again, no student is paying that much when they come to Springfield College. And then feel free to keep in touch with Springfield College. We are very active on social media. We just had an accepted student virtual open house. So we actually have some of those sessions recorded and online on our website right now. So if you want to watch some live and recorded events, you can go onto our website and watch those. And we also have some recorded, pre-recorded events on our Instagram as well. Thank you so much. I'll drop my information in the chat.
Thank you. So our next panelist is going to be from Bucknell University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kristen Morrow. I am from Bucknell University. I'm going to try to share my screen right now. Okay, so I am joined by my colleague tonight, Chrissy Finley, who is joining me. Chrissy, do you want to just show your face and just introduce yourself quickly?
I don't see myself, but yeah, there I am. Hi, everyone. Chrissy Finley. I'm Associate Dean of Admissions here at Bucknell. I'm going to be in the chat to answer any questions you may have, or if Kristen wants me to join, happy to do so. Kristen, take it away.
Thank you. So I'm having a few tech issues tonight. So you're mostly going to just hear me talk, and you're going to see this lovely Bucknell screen. But I will be sure to fill in as much information as I can. Bucknell does all it can to provide a comprehensive experience, both academically and holistically for students. Our students are intellectually curious, they're engaged, and they're interested. They like learning from a variety of lenses, and they value community. But the best thing about Bucknell and what makes us distinctive is in the combination of these two words, small university. If you don't remember anything else, remember those two words. That is our distinctive. We have all the resources and facilities of a university that is 36,000 students, yet our total enrollment is 3,600 students. Our facilities, our lab spaces, workspaces, classrooms, and design studios are more than ample for our students. Our first year class sizes are about 30 to 40 students. Upper class sizes, when you get to the upper level classes, get down to 10 and 15 in a classroom. Our student faculty ratio is 9:1. You are being taught by full professors. There are no teaching or graduate assistants teaching classes. And 100% of our professors have their PhDs in their fields of study. So the quality of teaching is superior, and they are widely available to you. You'll see them everywhere on campus. They're in our Bison snack bar, they're in their offices. They are readily available, and their first priority is students. So a few facts about us. We are a national university, and we're located in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania, which is about the center of the state. We're rooted in a liberal arts tradition with disciplines or majors across 3 colleges: the College of Arts and Sciences, the College of Engineering, and the Freeman College of Management. These colleges complement one another, and the broad liberal arts foundation gives students an understanding of how these majors work together. We believe very strongly in this interdisciplinary approach. So not only are you taking subjects in your major, but also many other subjects outside of your major. We encourage students to explore. We have over 60 majors and 70 minors. So liberal arts is at our foundation, but the great news is that Bucknell takes it to another level, given the intersection of selective liberal arts and professional programs, with many of them nationally ranked and recognized. This offers students a really extraordinary experience that will prepare them for our complex and ever-changing world, sort of like COVID. Life doesn't happen in a straight line, and we prepare you for that potentially jagged line. We are well known for our engineering college. Many of our engineering programs are ranked nationally in the top 10 for baccalaureate programs. Also, our Freeman College of Management was recently ranked first in the nation for top business college in the nation by Poets and Quants, which is an online business education magazine. Some of our other popular majors are biology, psychology, economics, and computer science. And fun fact, we are the only undergraduate institution in the nation that has a primate center right on campus, primarily for our animal behavior majors. Our students are actively engaged in what's next after Bucknell, and they are met by very supportive staff, faculty, and alums who assist them with questions like, what do I want to do after Bucknell? How do I get there? And what does that look like? 94% of our recent graduates are either employed in graduate school or in some type of volunteer experience. Our alums are very actively involved in providing internships and jobs after college. We have a career fair and we have an internship fair every year that happens, and alums come back to campus and help provide those things. We offer a robust program of study abroad with over 100 pre-approved programs all over the world. As I mentioned, research is a big part of our academic experience, and it's widely available. Since we only have 60 graduate students as compared to 3,600 undergrads, research opportunities are not grabbed up by the graduate students. Professors are always open to students joining them to do research in their fields of study. I've heard many students say, I just had to walk into a professor's office and tell them that I wanted to do research, and they met me there and I was able to do it. A little bit about campus life. Housing is guaranteed all 4 years. 90% of our students live on campus. We have a wide variety of housing experiences, singles, doubles, triples, and apartments for upperclassmen. We also have residential colleges, which are living communities centered around a common theme. Campus life is very active with 200 clubs and organizations. We're Division I in the Patriot League, and we have a wide variety of club and intramural sports. Our arts programs are alive and well. The best part is you don't have to major in one of these in order to participate in the activity. There's something for everyone on campus. And if you run out of things to do on campus, Lewisburg is only 5 minutes away. It's a 5-minute walk from campus. And finally, really quickly, our admissions application process. We are holistic. We read holistically. We take the Common App and the Coalition app. Reading holistically means we read everything in the application. When we read your application, we're seeking to build a narrative about you, what makes you tick. We look at your grades and the rigor of your curriculum, but we also look at everything else in the application. We're also test optional. We have been test optional even before COVID. So this is our second application cycle being test optional, and we will continue to be test optional for the next 3 years. We offer ED1, Early Decision 1, deadline November 15th, Early Decision 2 with a deadline of January 15th for applications, and then also regular decision. As far as our financial aid, 55% of our students are on some type of Bucknell aid, and about 65% are on some type of aid. We ask that you fill out the CSS profile initially and then follow up with the FAFSA. And then finally, I would say visit our virtual welcome center for virtual tours. We have a virtual reality experience and we have virtual info sessions. And hopefully in the future, we will be open for visitors. And I can see that Alvaro is wanting me to stop. So I will stop right here. and say thank you very much. Please contact us on our admissions page if you have any questions or we can help you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kristen. We're going to wrap up with our last institutions for the presentation with Shippensburg University.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jeremy Miller. I'm one of our assistant directors here at Shippensburg University. Thank you guys so much for joining us and sitting through my fellow colleagues here, and I will make sure we are going through this so we get to some question and answer opportunities for you. Shippensburg University, we are a part of the Pennsylvania State System of Higher Education. We are one of 14 state schools. We are located in South Central Pennsylvania in the Cumberland and Franklin County areas. We're a medium-sized institution with about 6,000 students on our campus. Average class sizes, about 23. Pre-COVID, our largest class was 40 students. I'll get to our majors and minors on the next page. Many of our programs have different accreditations, both national and international accreditations. Our College of Business has the top business accreditation available worldwide. Our engineering programs are ABET accredited. Criminal justice is one of 8 programs to be nationally accredited in the country. So some really great options there for us. And I will get into some different pieces there as well with the majors. Of course, study abroad is available for our students. And the really nice thing about being a part of Shippensburg and the state system, it's not just Shippensburg's partnerships, it's the entire PACAC system, the entire 14 school system that we have here in Pennsylvania. So the possibilities really are endless at that piece. One thing I really like to always touch on for students is you want to come, you want to succeed. We have an entire student success center. It's made up of about 12 different offices for our students that range from our learning center to our tutoring areas, writing center, there's academic advisement, there's personal counseling. I mean, there's a ton of offices there that are just there to provide support for the student body. So it's very important. You got to take care of yourself and make sure you're succeeding in the classroom. So different majors here, as I mentioned, over 100 areas of study. We started out as a teacher's college. At one point in 1871, that was our only program of study. Today, we have over 100 areas of study, and these are not the exhausted list of majors. I didn't want to inundate you with, 100 plus lines here, but this is some of our very popular programs of study. A number of engineering programs that are ABET accreditation programs. We just opened up a brand new School of Engineering on our campus facility for engineering and computer science students. Communications and journalism is one of 3 programs to be nationally accredited in the state of Pennsylvania. So again, some really great opportunities for you. The John L. Grove College of Business is here. Lots of opportunities there. The small business development centers, entrepreneurial leadership options, and a center for students to be a part of as well. Teacher education. I mean, as I said, we started out as that. Today is still very important for us. We are actually one of the very few schools in the country that have a public elementary school on our campus that our elementary education and middle level education majors do get hands-on first and second year experiences in. So that really sets us apart, and some opportunities there that are for you. If you're undecided, you're not alone. It's pretty much the #1 major for incoming freshman students in the country. And we have an entire division of staff to assist you through your undecided time frame. Also, we do offer an honors college on our campus, which then provides students a living and learning community, and some very small class sizes in your general education core credits. Moving along, just to talk to you guys briefly about some housing options on our campus. We do offer 6 suite style residence halls, 1 traditional hall on campus. So I'm just going to go through the room layouts real quick for you. Number 1 is a C unit. As you can see, it's a 2-person individual bedroom space with a living room. Number 2 is a 2-person space, sharing that space with the bathroom and showers. 1 and 2 are a part of our suites. We actually have 5 different styles of suites rooms for you. The reason I bring that up is, as an incoming freshman student, you do have full open choice of what style rooms you want to live in, what buildings you want to live in. If you want to live in a traditional, you want to live in a suite, you have all those options. Number 3 there is our traditional style room with the communal bathrooms and showers on the floor. Amenities, you have free laundry, study lounges, TV lounges, community kitchens, and the list goes on for you inside our residence halls at that time. So some really great housing. We always hear that we have some of the best housing students have seen from different campuses, which we're very proud of. Different pieces here for you. Division II sports. All the Pennsylvania state schools are Division II athletics. So you do have a number of different athletics if you have that interest. Clubs, organizations. I mean, you always hear universities say, a crazy large number of clubs. There's always opportunities. There's something for students if it's academic related, if it's social interest, volunteer groups. You have so many options there. Technically, our marching band is our largest student organization, over 200 plus members in our marching band. So different things there. Some other offices that are always very important for our campus. We do offer a Pride Center. We have a Veteran Center, a Women's Center, multicultural student affairs organizations and offices, Office of Accessibility Resources. So the big theme for Shippensburg is we have support for you in many different levels. It's just asking for help, and we're here to help you at those times. This is my contact information. So my phone number here, text line, if you want to send me a text message, I'd be happy to answer any communications for you. And my email address and our website. I will mention that we are in person. We've been in person for visits since August, so please feel free to come out and visit us and check us out. Thank you, guys.
Thanks so much, Jeremy. So folks, we have a couple of minutes left, and I definitely want to use this time to invite back our panelists and have more of a discussion about some advice during this process. I have my questions, and that probably will take the rest of the time, but I encourage you as audience to plug in your questions into the Q&A so our panelists can answer along the way. And we'll start off in the same order. So Moravian College, if you could please join me and just let our audience know, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
I think one thing that's really important is just to make sure that you find the best fit for you, and not, necessarily what your friends are doing, not what your parents want you to do. I mean, obviously, you should factor in your parents probably a little bit. Often they're helping pay the bills, so I don't completely disregard them. But this really does come down to your comfort, and you have to be happy with where you're going. So just make sure you're thinking about yourself and what is best for yourself.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim. Next up, we have Johnson & Wales University.
Great. So I think the first thing is to understand that money is out there. You have to know where to look. Google, like you would Google everything else in your life. Google what is unique about you. And there are many scholarship websites to pursue. So beyond what any particular school might offer you, start doing your homework early on, because that money can be used at the school of your choice. Also, I recommend pursuing something that complements your natural talents, but also something that you feel really passionate about. And what I mean by that is, if we took it away from you, perhaps you're an artist and I took your paintbrushes away, it might feel like a punch in the gut, right? Like, how am I ever supposed to live life if I can't paint ever again? So that's what you're shooting for. Maybe it's not art, it isn't for me, but what is that thing that you just can't see you can't see your life without it? So I think that's something to think about. If you're just starting your search, it's this simple: large or small, near or far, because you already have those answers. Large or small, meaning classroom size, and near or far. What's your comfort zone? How close is too close? How far is too far? And lastly, like my friend mentioned, it comes down to fit and finances. Fit for you. Does it feel like your new second home? And is it financially breathable for you and your parents? Good luck.
Thank you so much, Val. Next up is Seton University.
Awesome, thanks. So, building on those great points, I would just say also don't be afraid to reach out and talk to us. That's what we're here for as counselors. We can help walk you through the admissions process, whether or not to go test optional, since most of us I think are test optional at this point. Things like that you might not necessarily think to reach out and reach out to us about, because that's what we're here for. We're here to help you. We're here to make sure, again, that you're going to be in the best position both for your major, your fit, your scholarship opportunities. We're not going to tell you to submit test scores if it might hurt your scholarship opportunities, or the other way around. We're going to do what's best for you. So definitely don't be afraid to reach out. Send us an email, give us a call. We'll be happy to help.
Thanks for that friendly reminder, Ian, that our audience isn't alone in this process. Next up, we have Springfield College.
Alrighty, I would definitely say that I know right now the times are tough when it comes to being able to visit colleges. Not all colleges are doing in-person visits, but most colleges definitely have ample resources online for you to at least do some sort of virtual visits. So before you make your decision, at least do some research into the institution to know if the campus, if you can visualize yourself on the college campus. I think it's really big and really important for you to know if you can see yourself living on the campus, if you can see yourself living in the city and in the location where the campus is going to be. Just because if it's in a completely different location than you have ever grown up in before, or that you have ever been in before, it might be really tricky, right? But if you're looking for that type of different experience, then that's great. But figure out what you're going for, figure out what it is that the location it is in, and then make your decision from there. But at least go in knowing what type of location it is before making your decision and committing.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Georgie. Next up is Bucknell University.
Okay, I would say three things. Start early, do your research, and then reach out. Start early. Start early so you have plenty of time. You don't want to be stressed with not having enough time. Do your research, go to the websites, do your research, look at the programs, everything that is available. Figure out what the field that the college or university is giving you, and then reach out. Like Seton Hall, the gentleman from Seton Hall was saying, reach out to us. That's what we're here for. Ask us questions. There are no stupid questions. And if you can't get a hold of your guidance counselor, your college counselor, reach out to one of us. On our on all the websites have the different counselors listed. So those would be my three things. Start early, do your research, and then reach out.
Thank you, Christine. And then we're going to wrap this up with Shippensburg University.
I don't think I could say it better than Ian did at Seton Hall. And somebody said this about 8 years ago to me. We are admissions officers, not rejection officers. Don't think we're the scary folks high up in the castle, demanding things from you. We are here to help. Ask for help. That is our job. That is what we do day in and day out. We're here for you, the student and your family, and visit as many ways as you can. If it's virtual, if it's in person, come out and visit and see schools and take advantage of all the different opportunities out there for you guys. Thank you so much for joining, and thank you, colleagues, for all of your information for the students.
Absolutely. Thank you, Jeremy. And that brings us to our final note. I definitely want to echo what Jeremy said and thank our panelists for being here and just sharing all the fantastic things about their institutions to our audience, and also our audience for taking the time to really analyze what are your options going forward. And with those notes, I definitely want to say that once you close this window, there's going to be a very quick 4-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback that you can provide. I believe this is the last session for this event, so thank you for joining us. And in about a week, you'll be able to find the same recording at strivescan.com/Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for being here, everybody, and have a great evening.
You as well. Thank you.